Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and it's a little bit unusual for us to do a review at this time of the day, or I should say night. However, we are reviewing a 2020 Ford Tremor, and these trucks have been flying off the shelf, just selling left and right, and I was finally able to get my hands on one because the owner who actually purchased this truck, Platinum Payment Systems, is letting me review the truck. So I'm going to include a link to their website in the description below. Definitely check them out. I mean, they just hooked us up with a Ford Tremor review, so huge shout out. And then they obviously did buy this truck from the Lariat Ford Lincoln in Provo, and for good reason. So anyways, we're gonna do a quick walk around on the truck, and then we're gonna take it out to see how it drives. Under the hood here, we have the 6.7 liter power stroke that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. And now with the 2020 Ford Super Duties, it puts out 475 horsepower and then 1,050 pound-feet of torque. Yes, you can get the 7.3 V8 with the Tremor, but this one's got the diesel. Now we're gonna go over things on the front end of the Tremor, and I've got the lights on so you guys can see the lights on the new 2020 Super Duty. But first and foremost, let's go over the stuff on the hood. So just like all the other Fords, the hood is exactly the same. The lights are actually all blacked out, and I know it's kind of hard to tell because the lights are on, but everything with the lights themselves is all blacked out. The whole front end of the truck is blacked out. Body painted bumper, you got a little fog light action going on down there. And then you got the tow hooks at the front, Ford logo in the center obviously. And then the Tremor, if you can kind of see from this angle a little bit better, does have a 2-inch lift on the front end, which looks fantastic in person. I think this angle right here kind of shows just how cool the stance is on the truck now. Now around the side here, we've got 18-inch rims, 285mm tires, they are 35s. And then like I said, 2-inch lift on the front end to help out with ground clearance, and then they have upgraded the shocks on all 4 corners compared to a regular heavy duty. And then the one thing that I forgot to mention about the front is you notice that the air dam, they've raised it up a bunch on the Tremor, and that is to also help out with ground clearance on the truck. Now the rest of the stuff, all the badging here on the side, you can see is all blacked out. This is a Lariat package. You can get this in, I believe, the Lariat and the Platinum, and then also the XLT. I'm pretty sure those are the 3 packages you can get it in. Might be wrong, but I'm for sure it's those 3 packages. Anyways, again, 6.7 liter power stroke badging right there on the side. And then you've got the massive trailer mirrors, which we'll go over those a little bit more in a second. The steps, these are identical pretty much to what the Raptor has. My Raptor's actually sitting over there, and you can see side steps are pretty much the same, just a little bit longer, so it's cool they put those off-road steps on it. And now let's head to the back. Here's the key fob on the Tremor, so it has the Ford logo on the back. You have a couple functions here. You've got your unlock, your lock, remote start, and then the tailgate drop down. Let's start it up so you can hear that power stroke. So just press the lock button, and then you press the remote start button twice, and it'll start up. You can hear that 6.7 liter come to life. And then before I shut it off, I want to show you guys the rear taillights. I didn't notice this before when I was reviewing the other Super Duties, but they changed the taillights. So you can see they're a lot sharper. If you remember from before, they've kind of like thinned out the LEDs, and I think it's a really good look. So here's kind of like a full look from the back, and then I'll give you guys another look from the side before we shut the truck off. Boom! Now our other function was that tailgate drop, so press that button twice and then that'll lower down the tailgate. And you can see this one already has a bed liner from the factory. The truck was just washed, that's why it's all wet. But we've got LED bed lights on both sides. This is the just over 6-foot bed. I think it's about 6.5 feet. That's the bed that obviously recommend to come with the Tremor. I think you can only get the short bed with it. I mean, if you can get the long bed, that'd be cool, but it'd be weird because a long bed off-road truck is kind of strange. Anyways, cargo light up top right there. And also going to mention the plug-ins. And then this one has the step that all the Fords have when you obviously get onto them. But you just use that step to get up into the bed. Makes it a whole lot easier. And then when you're done with it, you can just kind of throw it back in and then just throw up the tailgate and you're good to go. So we already kind of went over the lights actually, but I just want to go over the rest of the stuff. So you can see that you still get the Ford and the Super Duty badging and stuff like that. Still get the same receiver hitch, still got all the same plugins for towing, parking sensors in the back. Everything in the back is pretty much the same, obviously, other than the shocks, and then you do get the Tremor little decal there on the side of the truck. Ooh, now we can see that we've got our diesel and then obviously the DEF. And then I just want to touch one more time on the tires before we go inside. You can just see how aggressive the tires are. I mean, sorry it's a little bit dark, but I mean, yeah, these are so much better compared to a lot of other trucks. I mean, I just love the fact they've made them that aggressive. Now, actually popping to the back, I'm really impressed with some stuff this Ford has implemented. So this is all the same here. I actually like this wood trim right there. It's a nice little touch. Again, this is kind of all the same from the 19s. Now, coming over to the seats, fully blacked out, obviously to match the rest of the truck. And this is just like any other Lariat with how the seats actually are. Nice perforations on them. The leather on them is actually pretty plush. The front seats are really soft, actually. We'll go over that in a minute, though. You can pull this down. It is the cup holders. Those will kind of pop out right there. That's all the same. And then you still get all the same charging stations. Still get the cup holders, except you got that nice like silver trim that goes around. Still get the mat pockets in the back. And then if we open this up, you still get a little storage underneath the seat. All that's pretty much identical to any other Super Duty. Up front, we've got that keyless entry, so one touch to lock it. Unlock it, just put your hand on the back of the door handle. I do want to show the mirrors though. So these are those trailer mirrors, absolutely massive. They show everything, and then you can see right there, they've got a little icon for blind spot monitoring. But actually opening up the front, we can see the panel here. It's just like any other Lariat. Again, you got the nice padding right here with the wood trim, all of the window controls here, mirror controls. Memory seat functions are in that little area with your lock and unlock, one of the speakers for the sound system. And then here are the front seats, which are extremely comfortable. So just the padding on them is very, very soft. They're really soft to sit in, especially the bolsters right here. Ford does a really good job with these bottom bolsters, just making it like plush and comfortable to sit in. Got our seat adjustments right there. And then, sorry, hard to see, but you got the pedal layout just down below. That is the button for the power adjustable pedals. And then right here, that's to drop down the tailgate. All of your light controls, the lights on the side of the truck, and then the steering wheel, just like all the other upgraded Fords, is going to be automatically adjustable. And here's one more look at the front of the cabin. Let's start up the Tremor. All we got to do is push that push start, and then it'll do the thing that every other Ford does and say, built Ford tough, and yeah, everything is good to go. Here's our steering wheel in the Tremor. Ford logo in the center. All the controls here are going to be the same as any other upgraded Ford. So keypad for the little center screen, adaptive cruise control on the side, volume controls, and then you've got your like Bluetooth phone controls, all that kind of stuff. That's all the same. Inside the steering wheel, you get the nice little stitching. The steering wheel itself, again, feels like any other Lariat. And then you got your stock for the brights to flash them, obviously your turn signal. And yeah, that's pretty much it, except for the shifter. So we'll go over the drive modes in a second, but you do have the little drive mode select on the shifter, and then this is the actual shifter for the 10-speed automatic, and you got little buttons right there on the side where you can shift the gears yourself if you'd like. So this is kind of where the fun begins. We've got RPMs on the left side, we've got the speed on the right side, and then this on the pages, I mean, it's identical. I mean, you've got like the off-road status, which is pretty cool. You can see all the safety tech stuff right there. This is unchanged. Now, the cool part is the actual drive modes. So if we press the drive mode select, again, you have the normal mode, you got the tow haul mode, you got the eco, you got the slippery, deep snow and sand, which again, it's gonna kind of give me that okay. So we gotta press okay on that, and then rock crawl. So this actually comes with a rock crawl mode, which I think is really neat. I mean, obviously this is an off-road truck, but it's cool they've added that mode to it. I think this is the most visible these buttons have ever been on camera before, so maybe filming at night's not a bad idea. That's your diesel exhaust brake. That's the stability control. You got your hazard lights. This is kind of like the off-road cruise control system. It does have like a crawl control as well, so I think that's neat that they put those. You've got your lane departure assistance and then the camera system. So you can see that you've got like a bird's eye view and then a front camera, and then you've got the different cameras you can go through. So just like all the other Super Duties, has a ton of different views with the camera system, and then you can add auxiliary cameras. Obviously you can hook this up to a fifth wheel, and I mean, unlike, you know, its competitors like the Power Wagon, for example, this truck actually can tow. Now going over the rest of the touchscreen system, you can see the dual zone climate controls are right there. This does come with navigation, and hopefully this will show you guys the touch response time on it. It's actually really decent on that side of things. You get the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, which is another nice little touch. Other than that, there's not much else to say. If we pop down below, we've got this whole kind of setup in this area. So got a little power outlet there, all of the analog controls to the radio, analog climate controls. It does have heated and ventilated seats and a heated steering wheel. Still get the same drive modes, so the 2-wheel high, 4-wheel high, and 4-wheel low. Do get locker for the rear, trailer brake controls, and then the trailer backup system. And here's kind of one more look at that whole area. Now this little wood paneling here actually feels really nice to the touch. You can see the ambient lighting that comes with this truck right there and the wireless charging. Now I'm kind of thinking these nighttime reviews are getting even better because you also can see the ambient lighting, which is cool. Anyways, cup holder right there in that little area, and then you've got extra storage right here. Full center console, if we open that up, plenty of storage space in there, nothing's changed. And then we've got Super Duty up there. Open up both of the glove box, and storage space again is unchanged, and the window sticker's hiding in there. We'll go over that in just a moment. Up top here we've got auxiliary switches, so especially since this is an off-road truck, you're probably going to add some off-road lights onto it. You got the little sunglass holder, and then the control for the power rear sliding window, and then you got the controls for the sunroof. So for example, I can do the shade only just pressing that button, and that'll let a little bit of extra light into the cabin. And then other than that, all the rest are light controls, and the headliner in this is kind of like a lighter color if you guys were wondering. Well, I love it when trucks have window stickers because then I don't have to show my ugly face as much in the video. But anyways, Super Duty 2020 Lariat, 10-speed automatic, exterior color, interior color, all that kind of stuff. This is all the boring normal stuff. This is where the fun begins. So you can see the engine, $10,495. And then you got the Tremor off-road package, almost $4,000. So you got all the other packaging that this actually comes with. It's a Lariat Ultimate package. So this truck is pretty much as fully loaded as you can get it for an F-350 with the Tremor package. Other than being a dually, obviously. But I don't think you can get a Tremor dually. That'd be weird. Anyways, $82,345 is the sticker price before any type of market adjustment on this bad boy. Now that we've gone over everything on the interior of the Tremor, we have a channel first, and that is Nighttime POV. Well, I'd be lying if I wasn't saying I'm a little bit nervous about this POV drive because just not sure how it's going to turn out with the nighttime. But it's pretty cool. You guys can kind of see the ambient lighting, and hopefully you can kind of see it down in the footwells as well, or maybe it's just showing pitch black because it's nighttime, sadly. Anyways, visibility over the hood and the sides, it's identical to any other Super Duty. I mean, nothing is changed from there just because you get the Tremor package, but you do have this nice kind of like king of the road feel. So let's set off. So initially setting off here, I want to talk to you guys about road noise and ride quality. So in terms of road noise that's coming through into the cabin, it's actually really well insulated. I do hear some noise from the diesel, obviously the 6.7 liter Power Stroke, but I mean, other than some noise from the diesel, I don't hear a whole lot of tire noise, and I don't hear a whole lot of wind noise. Now in terms of ride quality, it's actually really smooth. And John, the salesperson that actually sold this truck, he had to drive it from out of state to get it here, and he said that on the highway it was really, really smooth. And so I mean, this is a really comfortable truck that you could drive on a daily basis. We're gonna get a little acceleration here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's fast just like all the other Super Duties. And I mean, I didn't want to get on it too much, obviously, because, you know, I want the first owner to be able to have all the fun they want to have with this truck, but geez, it is incredibly powerful. I want to sum things up from my short little experience here with the Tremor, and you know what I'd say first impression wise is this truck is incredible, and I'm not going to be surprised if this wins, you know, best in this class for off-road heavy duty, because yes, the GMC AT4 is a pretty cool truck and it can tow, all that kind of stuff. But I mean, in my opinion, this looks a little bit nicer than the AT4. The interior is definitely nicer. And I mean, in terms of capability, obviously I haven't taken them off-road, but if I ever had the chance, I would. And I'm sure that this would be super capable. Now the other one that you guys are all going to be wanting to know about is the Power Wagon. Here's the deal. The Power Wagon is going to be better off-road because it has the sway bar disconnect and yada yada yada, but the Power Wagon can't tow. The Power Wagon tows right around 10,000 pounds, whereas this can tow just like any other Super Duty. So you've got the off-road capability and you can actually use it for truck stuff. So this is definitely an incredible offering. So that is going to sum things up for today's video. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to Platinum Payment Systems. Again, a link to their website in the description below. I'm super grateful that you let me obviously review and drive your brand new Tremor. And thank you to the Larry Schmiller Ford Lincoln here in Provo for obviously facilitating this. Huge appreciation to that as well. But if you're stopping for the first time, please subscribe, comment down below what you think, and then I will see all of you in that next video.